What's up with your boy Tyreek? You tripping right now, yo. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, dog. You and Adel were very wrong about Tyreek being able to beat Devon now.
Have you seen Tyreek starts?
Yep.
Yeah, that ain't it, yo. Just tell me what you think about this. A lot of people that do good at the combine are kind of fresh off of college where they were still running college track and they've been doing their speed training. But once you get that check, a lot of times you ain't really working on speed no more as the seasons go on. So at this stage in Tyreek's career, shit, he's pretty far removed from his fastest days, yo.
I'm just saying, our sport is his secret weapon. That's how you gotta look at it.
I agree with that. So he can utilize the speed he has against NFL players because they ain't fast. Did you hear about Omanyala's 9.81? It didn't get ratified.
Why?
I didn't realize it in the results. It said negative 4.8 wind.
Negative 4.8 wind?
Negative 4.8. You know what? Let's go to the wind conversion. We got to look at what 9.81 would be with a minus 4.8. 9.81.
Oh, man.
Minus 4.8. Okay, so if Ferdinand Omanyala ran 9.81 with a minus 4.8, with zero wind, he would have ran 9.49 seconds.
Boy, if you don't get...
No. No. Look, man, if I saw the minus 4.8 from before, I would have already known. No. But, yo, pick up the one named Ferdinand Omanyala, though. But he's confident. I saw an article where he was basically saying he knows he's in world record shape, so this is just like technicality.
But where we got to figure out where he's going to break the world record. Is it going to be in Kenya?
Yes. It ain't going to get ratified, though. You didn't get to watch Europeans, huh? European Indoors.
How film do?
Oh, she dominated, yeah. But she didn't run 48, but she just did what she had to do. It was dominated. Dominated.
You said she was going to run 48.
I thought she had the chance, but you know what I'm saying? The hype wasn't high enough, yo. She's out there just European Indoors. Like, come on, dog. I think you don't want to show too much of your cards, yo. She's already showing what she could do. Now people are starting to pick up on it. She's like, whoa, 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 let me just chill. I don't want Sydney to catch a whiff of this and start picking up the pace. Let me just chill.
You got favorites, man.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I didn't say FEMKE is my favorite. You got favorites too, dog. What are you talking about, yo?
I own my favorites, though. You don't be owning favorites.
I own one favorite. Finder's name comes up, yo. No one can talk to me about that. But aside from that, I'm pretty impartial, dog. Anybody wearing an American flag, you're with them, dog.
I got to be, man. That's my squad. That's my squad. We roll deep, too. We roll real deep.
You do?
We're about to come for you, though. Ain't no problem.
Yeah. We've still got some time for us to still be the world champions. Yeah. Got a few months for you guys to, turn things around.
Man, who's coming on? What we got? What's going on?
Wait, hold on. I didn't just tell you about Europeans, Doc. So Marcel, the night before, an article came out saying he's chosen to not run in the Puma spikes. He's going to go back to the Nike spikes for Europeans. Apparently there's a grace period of when you can still use other apparel when you just sign. Did you have a grace period when you came back to Nike?
Absolutely not. There ain't no grace period.
Look at Doug. I don't know if he was peaking for Europeans. I don't know if it was the championship atmosphere. All I know is in those shoes, he looked like a totally different man. He just looked so easy, dog. His moving through the middle is what's there now. So I don't know if the shoes is activating his transition, but his transition looked amazing, dog. Semis come. You know the Italian guy that beat him at Italian championships?
Yeah.
SAMUELE CECCARELLI. He ran 6:47. So that guy's not a punk, yo. Like, he can run.
So we got new heat on the scene now?
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what he does in the 100, but he looks like he's really holding on for that 60. Like, he ain't sailing through the line, dog. Like, he'll drive for about 50 meters and then stay leaned over as he's running over the line. He's one of them guys. But Marcel ran 6:52 in his semi. Came across the line, hit the mat, and then he was limping. In general, it's European indoors. I feel like he probably wouldn't run because he's pulled out in the past at bigger races. But I think he hears the talks that people feel like he's ducking races and isn't looking like a champion or whatever. So he ran, dog, but he was taped up. Like, his whole back of his left hamstring was taped up all the way down to his like ankle, dog. That CECCARELLI cat got out. Marcel got left. He went in the middle, but you could see he was kind of holding back, dog. He was obviously hurt. And then CECCARELLI ended up winning 6:48 and Marcel ran 6:50. Now tell me what you think about this, because this is how I feel. I feel like it was lose-lose for him. If he changed his shoes and won, people would have been like, oh, it's the spikes. If he lost, people would be like, oh, he still lost with the spikes. But I look at it like he was hurt visibly and still ran through that shit, dog. To me, that shows that he got a dog in him, dog.
Makes no sense to me whatsoever. No sense to me whatsoever. I'm not knocking Europeans at all. Why are you going to risk your hamstring, your health, knowing that outdoor season is a couple of weeks? Well, hold on, only a couple of weeks away for outdoor season to start.
I totally agree.
Risk European against a guy that has come out of nowhere? Do that against Fred. Do that against Trayvon. That shows, to me, that shows more guts. That shows like, all right, I'm about to fight. I'm about to battle these dudes. But then you go and win a medal of Europeans against people that the world doesn't even know just yet.
People say I haven't been favorable of him. And it's interesting that I find this something to be favorable about. Because
put some kinesio tape on the ring. It's track 101. Y'all know how it is, man. You lose, you be like, oh man, I'm hurt. Y'all know what it is. I couldn't get my full straight. You the big dog. You the Olympic champion. Do it against the world champion. Do it against the contenders. Do it against the guys who run 9.7. Do it against those guys. That's going to show the fight in you. I'm still blown about the shoes, bro. The moment you sign, your likeness, name, and image is part of this company right here.
yes.
And I'll give it to him. Maybe the spikes don't fit him well. Maybe the spikes give him some kind of injury. There can be situations like that where your feet don't fit because you've been wearing a certain type of spike for a while. That's true. Right. But to change spikes, like he didn't even put no tape on the side. He didn't cover
no tape. It was overall bad luck for Puma. They might not have made his spikes yet, though. Have you seen Karsten's spikes?
They look vicious.
What? That shit looks way more technological than the Nikes. They look mechanical. There's a lot going on. So maybe they'll do the same for Marcel. FRED KERLEY said, but my ASIC spikes good. Oh, you like them spikes, huh? I bet you they got some real, this Japanese company, they got some tech up in those spikes, huh, Fred?
Those spikes are clean. Those are the ones we were talking about last time. They look like sneakers.
Yeah. The Curly ones are coming out, everybody. Announced here, live on Spring Culture. The Curly ones. So,
Fred, get a pair of spikes, man. What's up? I'm trying to run some intervals at practice.
Oh, you gotta get ready for that boat race.
Have you set it up yet?
It's in the process, Dad. It's a process, Dad. You understand the process, right?
Where's the ingredient?
Look, don't worry, I got it, man.
Where we gonna have it in? Toronto?
Well, I think we should do it here in London, but you ain't gonna agree to that.
You go.
It's between London and Kingston, dog. Make a decision, which one?
Remember correctly, I'm the last winner, so I get to say here where the race should go.
Oh, did he just say that? He said that.
I'm just saying, that's how it goes. Now, mind you, I enjoyed London. Kingston's cool. I enjoy Kingston too, but I'm trying to race somewhere else. Bring that back to the home, man.
You trying to do it?
I was trying to be nice and take it to Canada for you, but you ain't want to. Those Canadians. He didn't try to bring the best race the world is going to see.
To be honest with you, Doug, if it happened in Toronto, it would kind of be like it was in Jamaica. Because Toronto's a lot of Jamaicans, Doug. They had a showcase race for him in Toronto a while back, The whole stadium was jam-packed with Jamaicans, Doug. So, Middle East, that's a good idea.
You're right about that one.
Fred always, if it's about money, Fred got the answers. You know what I'm saying? If it's about that paper. Speaking of Karsten, he ran the 400 Europeans as well, just like FEMKE did. He came through the first 200 in 20.85 seconds. But he ended up running 45.5.
So he died.
He died, but it shows he's still nuts. And if I'm in a race, just know I'm going. I'm giving you everything I have. As a competitor, I find that intimidating.
So let's go back to a question you had last week. You asked and said, "Is Rye scared of Warhol?" Right?
Wait. Did I ask exactly that? I'll be forgetting what I say. Did I say that?
You said something along those lines.
Okay, this is what I just don't understand why he's losing to him. He's better than him in every respect.
Okay.
He's way more talented. He's got a better physique. He's got stats upon stats upon stats better than Karsten, from the 100 all the way up to the 4. It's not even close. How is Karsten beating him?
Body on the line to win this race. I will die for it.
So what's Rye's issue though? He don't got that.
I don't know. I don't know if he don't got that. I mean, he may have it. It just hasn't woken up yet. But you also have to realize the 400 hurdles is a technical race. They count their steps. Now you're against a guy who just, when the gun goes off, he's balls to the wall, dog. Gone.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just saying. He has more than enough tools.
So you're saying once Ryan gets it together on that side, you feel like he would be unstoppable and he can be.
I mean, he should. He lost last year to DeSantos too. So what is it? Pick up the one name.
Yo.
Yeah, what's up, man?
What name?
What's up,
Devon
fellas?
Allen, man. Devon's out in Phoenix right now. You said you're probably going to the Suns game tonight.
No, I changed the plans. I'm going to dinner with some homies, so it's always good to see the homies.
So when you go to the games, they got you courtside?
No.
No,
I'm
not yet.
buying tickets. I don't like to ask for favors.
For real?
Well, you better cash in on them favors while you can, man.
Yeah, man. That's your hometown.
Hey, one of these days, after I win a couple medals, break a world record, Super Bowl, then we'll be courtside.
Oh, shoot,
be waving to the fans.
He's already talking about winning medals, people. I ain't even asked no questions yet. First off, before we get to that track stuff, let's talk about your boy Tyreek, man.
Oh yeah, I talked to his trainer yesterday. He was chatting me up, trying to get something set up.
I talked to him too.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think that the only issue is, is it just a 2-person race, or do you bring in the 8 fastest guys in the NFL? You know, I'm not exactly sure how to format it.
I think it's a lot less complicated with just the two of you and just have a big pot.
2 of you, and y'all have the pot.
I'm trying to see mano y mano, yo.
I wasn't active this year, right? It's my first year back in the league, so I was practice squad the whole season. Played in a couple of the preseason games, but I still ended up having the highest top speed on the season, with or without the ball. When I was running down the field, I was like, gunner, I'll punt.
What was the speed?
It was 22.97 was what they got there. So 23 miles an hour with helmet shoulder pads.
Listen, Devin, I'm trying to tell people this isn't even going to be close.
You know, I run 10-12 last year, 10-20 last year, and I got that last 60 for sure is elite. You know, I'm running 26 miles an hour with GPS at practice, right? So the thing is, I got the foot speed. It's just I never practiced the 100-meter start, you know, so I never get to put it together. The only issue is Tyreek doesn't practice it either. So like that's where I think that kind of like mutes the point that like he's quick and he's a good starter. Like if you look at him on the field, he looks shifty and quick. But I do take the advantage if we go out of blocks.
100%.
What's a good 60? Like a 60. I haven't run a 60 since college, but I'm probably like 655 today, 660 at least, right? Like 660.
Oh, you're blowing him out if you run that.
So Hey, that's what I'm saying. We just need to line it up.
But just make sure when this Tyreek thing is set up, yo, you put it on him, yo. I already know.
Oh, for sure.
But look, Tyreek's far removed from his speed, man, and this shit isn't really going to be close. And I'm talking about 40. In his race, whatever he wants, yo, he's talking about racing Bolt. He's talking about racing Trayvon. We don't need to do all that.
See, and that's the thing is like, I mean, if we're being realistic now, if you're racing Trayvon or Fred right now, it's going to be. What's
the point?
It's going to look crazy. Fred really can't beat me if we race head up because I got that on Fred. Like Fred.
Oh shit, Fred.
Hey,
Devin, damn dog. Fred, look at man, you better say something, yo, because this cat's out here calling you out, yo, and I believe him. I kind of believe him. He sounds believable. Devin,
hey,
see,
if I had some 100-meter bonuses in my contract, I really just might run the 100 this year. I gotta.
Oh, this guy's going in right now, yo.
my boy
Devin's not playing around. Devin's not playing around right now, dog.
Hey, everybody else is doing it.
Oh, Fred said to Adam, okay, this is about to get interesting.
Oh, no.
I knew Fred wasn't going to let that shit ride. Yo. There we go right there.
Wait, hey, Devin, stop playing on my nigga.
Big up.
Stop playing on me, bro.
Hey. We already talked. We talked about it last year. Or last year? 2 years ago.
Devin, stop it, homie.
Hey, what meet we were in Hengelo?
Hey,
the Netherlands.
Hey, stop it. It's level to this shit, young boy, and none of y'all niggas on my level. Stick to what you know, and that's over, bro. Stick to what you know. For real. Stop it.
I've seen it.
Stop it.
I think Fred really thinks it's realistic. That's why.
So Devin goes out and beats Tyreek.
You know what? Who is Tyreek?
Not important. But he's made himself pretty relevant by calling out you guys' names.
Well, he's calling out. Everybody can call out everybody, but once it's come to the track, it's a different ball game.
Tyreek knows he's not really going to race any of the real ones. But I feel like he feels like he could beat Devin. He'll run against Devin.
You can feel like you can beat anybody, but can you really beat us?
Well, Fred, while you're here, what did you think of Marcel's performance, the Europeans? Damn, you laugh, dog?
Oh no!
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, we can't get Fred's takes.
At the end of the day, indoor. The real dogs come and play outdoor.
Is he a real dog?
I don't think so. I'm gonna just be truthful.
Damn, man. I think Marcel hears the talks. He hears the dodging talks.
Well, it's not so much he talked about us. He wrote an article that he's not worrying about none of us. He's worrying about other people. So,
who do you say he's worried about?
He worried about Oblique. He's not worried about us that just sweep the thing. He worried about everybody else besides us. So, it is what it is.
Here's what I will say though is I'm definitely not one to dodge a race, and Fred's not one to dodge a race either.
Hey, Tim, I wanted to ask you about that because, I mean, obviously you didn't get to run at the World Championship Final last year. You had the fastest time of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it was in your hometown, your second hometown. And everything would say that you should be running. Don't you think like track and field should have like VAR?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make sense?
Yeah.
Other sports are having it. Now, if you look at Devin's false start, you would look at it and be like, okay, no, this one's all right. Let's go. I think that makes the most sense instead of throwing them out, dog.
The broader argument is now how fast can people really react? Because in the semifinal, if you look at my reaction time, it was 0.101. So 2 thousandths slower, and that's legal. So,
Damn.
My question was like, what's considered a false start? And, like the most basic false start rule is just leaving before the gun, right? So like now the argument is like, okay, what's leaving? Is it leaving the pedal, putting pressure in the pedal, hands coming off the track? And that's what the most, the most disappointing thing is, because if you look at that video in slow motion, my feet weren't the first to leave the pedals, or my hands weren't the first to lift out of, the guys that were racing. And like you said, if you just look at the video, it doesn't look like a false start, and you can't tell because it's a thousandth of a second. And obviously, in my opinion, I was ready to break the world record that day. So Because
Say no
you know,
more.
4 weeks before that, I ran 12:84. Coming off of
So,
COVID.
so what were you planning on running? 12.7 what? Or 12.6?
12.72 at
Okay.
least. It was 90 degrees, no wind. And yeah, you were a hurdler for the beginning part of your college career, right?
Yeah,
You know that tailwind. If you get a tailwind, that's just as bad as a headwind.
absolutely.
Because then
Yeah.
you're out of control and you're just gonna crash and die. So you know a .0 wind is the most ideal.
So you ready to break the world record this year? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, 100%. That's why I'm here. I'm not here just
One off. First race out.
Hey, I'm not saying all of that, but hey,
Are you confident that you're gonna break it?
I was like, what's
I
the
good
what's
question.
a little bit, bro.
Hey, I was talking to my
good
agent and my
question.
coach. I was like, what's the best meet to break it at? And they're like, oh, probably like a diamond league because you get a big bonus. So I'm like, all right. So then I was looking at diamond leagues, you know, that May 28th in Rabat, June 2nd in Rome, June 9th in Paris. I was like, I like Paris. That track's fast. I always run fast there.
Guys, I want to show you something. So, it's a signed singlet from Grant Holloway.
Oh God.
They call him Wonder Boy. They call him
you
Wonder
didn't
Boy.
You got the rose in the back.
You know when Floyd got the jersey from Isaiah Thomas, it was kind of like that. I was Floyd. So he handed me the
Yeah.
jersey. You know what I'm saying? But speaking of Grant, you believe you would have won that race?
For sure.
Your reaction time on that answer was pretty fast. Yo, I didn't get to say this earlier, but rest in peace to your father, man. That was I know it was tough to deal with, and for you to get to the World Championship final through all that, that was big, man.
Yeah,
That was
thank you.
really big.
I appreciate that.
Yo, let me ask you something though. Like I saw some pictures. Is your dad black?
Yeah, my dad's black. Yeah,
He is, right?
yeah.
Okay, so this makes a lot of sense.
Like black like me or black like
Nah, not black
No,
like you, dog. But he got a son in
biracial.
him. I seen
He's
it.
black.
Yeah, I
he's
seen it.
black, Native American, and white.
Okay, so
that-
that's why they didn't let the false start fly. Because I was looking at it like, damn, they're kicking out white Devon out of this shit, yo.
Oh, my.
They they're ruthless. So they must have caught wind, yo, and be like, shit, man, not really. This one I knew track and field is done for, dog. Would they kick Devon out? .099?
And Eugene too.
In Eugene, just the entire scenario, if they were going to let anybody off in a moment, that's when I felt like what happened, and it didn't, yo, so shit.
I was sick. I mean, I didn't. You couldn't tell on the camera because I didn't want to embarrass my family. But
Hey, it's money online, bro.
yeah, exactly, Fred. Right? Like if that happens to you, you're acting a fool because you knew you about to win the 100-meter. You know, that's a payday. I don't even know how much. I mean, it's not all about the money, but you know, I got to get.
It is all
Trying to
about
get
the
a medal.
money. Hey,
No.
cool. Medal. Hey, the medals is equal more money, but it is all about the money.
You know.
What
I
you
don't
got to
even
say,
argue.
Anson? What you got to say, Anson?
You can tell I got something to say. Look, man,
Yes.
I want to be clear on what's happening with you right now. Like, what are you running, dog? You're running the 4, you're running the 2, you're running the 1.
He's hurdling next. That's what I heard.
I'm like, damn, dog. Like, I'm confused how you're still gonna run.
I'm not. I don't think I'm so much confused because we actually, when we was in college, we doing this week in, week out, regardless.
So you're expecting to touch 43 in that?
Yes.
So are you, all right, my question, looking to be competitive in all 3 events throughout the season?
No.
Okay.
It's preseason. Everybody do a 400
Okay,
or
but
a 4x4.
I'm saying running a 4x4 and going out and running 43 is 2 different things.
It's not 2 different things to me. It's the same thing. But if I go split 43, I can go run 43 in the open, and most likely I'm first leg anyway. And I saw that interview. Hey, but you doubting the wrong person though, Anson, too, for real.
Okay, you've proven me wrong before, but if I have my doubts, I have to express my doubt.
Hey, I'm gonna prove you wrong again. Y'all gonna stop debating on my name.
What I did say, if you ran faster than 44.7, I'd be
But
very
I opened up
surprised.
with 44.4 last year, though.
You did,
Yes.
but I questioned the timing system at that meet.
Y'all disrespect me and said 45. I can run down my.
I ain't say 45. I said 44.7. I don't feel like you're gonna run faster than that.
Everything. Hey, you were questionable when I ran.
I
991
was.
first time. So
I was questionable.
Everything. Hey, nah.
Prove me wrong,
Everything
Doc. I like
questionable.
that. I like that.
Hey, I prove you wrong all the time, homie.
You do.
Hey, when I do that, just post me all over your shit. All right?